Sometimes we are overwhelmed when we are chosen for responsibility, especially when you know there's a problem that needs to be solved. And you know that it has to be solved, but you don't think you are the one going to lead the charge. Oh, this is here, this is there, this person can also do it, that kind of thing. And all of a sudden, you are chosen and you are asked to go and lead. I think, hey, you don't know what you're saying. It's not possible. That is the story of Gideon. The Midianites were disturbing the Israelites, and they had been praying at the time of the judges for liberation. And today, God has sent an angel to Gideon to inform him, to notify him of his choice as the one. And we will see in subsequent readings the great things that God did through him. Sometimes we forget that it is God who is going to work through us. And I have given several examples before of my own self. You also have examples, some of you are here, we have discussed even your job opportunities, moving to another place. But God, is it going to work? God knows your capacity. And that is why sometimes I say that it is always important for you to see yourself as God sees you. See yourself as God sees you. Not as human beings, parishioners see you. You may not be the choice of parishioners. You may not be the choice of your co-workers. But you are the choice of who? Of God. That is the point. And when God chooses you, he equips you. Not because of arrogance or anything. No, he doesn't think of that. And that is why you have to be humble for him to do what he wants to accomplish through you. And sometimes it happens to all of us. You are there and you are shocked at the amount of work God has done through you without even your own effort. Effortless. God does everything. And people think you have done it. And you know that this one there, it is God. That is the power of God. Sometimes you may even give a suggestion at the spur of the moment. And everybody says, this is a solution. But you did not sleep on that. It just came at that meeting. Sometimes I'm even preaching. And I prepared my homily. I prepared, sat down in the chapel. As I'm talking, something comes, I say. And that particular thing I say, I can have 10 people from different places, some online, some in this church. Say, Father, you preach about this particular thing and you said here, I'm saying, that is the power of God. So see yourself as God sees you. And that is why the angel went to Gideon and said, Gideon, God has heard you, the prayers of the people of Israel. He has not abandoned you. He's going to give you power over Midian. Gideon said, now what are you saying? Do you know me? He says, but Gideon answered him, please, my Lord, how can I, Imanokujo, save St. James? My family is the lowest in Manasseh. His family, Gideon, lowest. It's nowhere in Manasseh, in the tribe of Manasseh. And even in his family, I am the most insignificant in my father's house. And just say, Manasseh, the most useless person. For him, that is how he saw himself. But God did not see him as coming from the lowest family in Manasseh, nor him as an insignificant. Oh, but is it not beautiful? Pope Benedict XVI, 19th April 2005, when he was chosen or elected as Pope, when he came out of, of the conclave and stood at the balcony, short statement. I don't have the power to read everything. But yesterday I put it on my status. I paraphrase, say that he is consoled that, well, his brothers, the cardinals, have chosen him, a humble laborer, in the house of God, to succeed a great man like John Paul II. He is an insufficient instrument. Listen carefully. He is an insufficient, some will say inadequate instrument. However, he is comforted, he is consoled. Why? Because God is able to use insufficient instruments for his work. Amazing. Pope Benedict, may he rest in peace. This man I know he's in heaven. Pray for us. This is what he said. So, you see, sometimes you are overwhelmed. Say, can I do this? And just like Gideon, you say, God, then give me a sign. My sign. And sometimes you have all sorts of signs. Now, God, then let somebody call me chairman today. Or today, when I work here, don't let this person come. We want to, we are humans. We want to discern. And sometimes you don't hear any voice. And you are confused. You say, hey, Jesus, nobody called me chairman the whole day. You are already chairman in the eyes of Jesus. You are already chairman in the eyes of Jesus. Have humility and have what we call audacity, because God has chosen you. Again, I repeat, you may not be the choice of men. You are the choice of God. And when God chooses you, he equips you for great things. Sure, initially, myself, I've said this before, when I was coming to St. James, not even just to St. James, when Archbishop Buckle told me, take over Taifa, I say, hey, Bishop, to one, sir, Bishop, say. He came to St. James, he said, come to St. James, hey, why would I come to St. James? And so recently, when Archbishop said, go to Adenta, and people say, hey, Father, Adenta, they are also found. School, and I went there last week, huge school, huge parish, there are 2 other churches, and you are wondering, what is this? I am in my comfort zone here, let me stay here. Sometimes you are overwhelmed. No. When God chooses you, no matter how tough it is, he knows. You didn't go to lobby or fight. That is different. Some people are post-conscious. They are always looking for posts. You have not gone to lobby. If God has given you a task, he gives you the strength.